Es elemental para seguir las huellas de Albedo. Por aquí.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're so suspicious. I'm not a criminal in your example. Born to oblivion. Orders given. Orders received.
Send this quickly!
There is no escape. Life goes on.
Check this out! I got you covered!
Shine down. Ha! Inazuma shines eternal.
Pam. Voy a tirar por Albedo, por Eula. Nada más voy a tirar una por Albedo, una por Eula y guardaré para Ito.
This is it.
Ese es mi plan. Una por Albedo, una por Eula y Ito hasta conseguir, yo que sé, 30, 40. Aumenta también mis probabilidades de poder conseguirlo. Si estás aquí, ok, cool. ¿Y luego? Déjame.
Don't get too close.
Ahí está. Para allá, ok, para acá.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm all right. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Huh? Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
No, solo es exclusivamente para ella. A ver si más tarde nos harán alguna historia de Rosaria, porque la verdad es que estoy bastante... Tengo bastante curiosidad por su vida. ¿Por qué es así? Es más, Pinta no tiene... O sea, Rosaria, más bien... Pinta no tiene Rosaria. Rosaria no tiene pinta de ser de Mondstadt. Se me hace que es de otro lugar. Posiblemente de Fontaine. La misión legendaria, exacto. Porque lo tenemos ahí muy... muy abandonado. Digo, en el inter en que no tengamos nada nuevo y así poder tener más material en Genshin en
Is that
YouTube.
Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
Porque así es.
The word
No
on the street is
cuestiones.
he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
But
Pinta de ship con Kaella.
isn't he in danger?
No por nada siempre está en el bar de Diluc.
Uh-oh.
Ambos.
We startled them. Enough talk. Let's take them out of the picture first.
Don't get too close.
Está.
Who are you? Why did
Más
you
que
alarm them?
ambos son crío, ¿no? ¿Por qué los asustaron? Ah,
Thank
como
the
los
gods I'd
estabas
already
pintando.
completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilly trails unfinished.
¿Estás dibujando los Hillagers?
What's up with painting hilly churls? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Es muy vanguardista.
Wow! Look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
Pues
You
claro.
can find these hilly trails anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen.
Crioships.
The build,
Como
the
también
coat.
los geochips que hacen con
There's a
Ningún y
distinct
con
force
Sonli.
at work here. In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities,
Ah, no, he hecho la de Toma.
such unique attributes are an
La de Eula ya la
indication of
hicimos.
evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Ugh, something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina. We found your man. I'm headed back.
Merci.
What? Don't you have any questions for him? Hey! What a
Sí,
weirdo.
que sí está raro es el de
So
Jutao y
Sister
Sonli.
Rosaria
Pues
brought you.
Jutao es una niña. O sea, sí,
Surprising.
pero es que es porque
And I didn't have
Jutao
time to thank her.
es la
But back
jefa
to
de
the
la
point.
funeraria y pues
From
Sonli
her
trabaja en
words,
la
it seems
funeraria.
that you were looking
Por
for me.
eso le hacen el ship.
We met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
I see. So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack,
Ah, se hacen
your
muchos
elemental
ship con
control,
Lumin y con Tartaglia.
and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You
Es como
came from afar.
uno de los ships
From
supuestamente
another
más
world,
adorados,
correct?
que es el de enemigos a lovers. So yeah. Es correcto, en efecto.
Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
Se supone que entre los personajes de elementos, entre todos como que coinciden en ciertas personalidades. Ahorita lo que estoy viendo es que los Geo, o sea, concordando que son eruditos. O sea, Sonli obviamente es un erudito. Ningún, pues, tiene bastantes conocimientos, no por nada es la líder de una gran ciudad. Albedo obviamente es un erudito. Y bueno, esta doña, que no es Bárbara, porque siempre se me va su nombre, porque no la uso mucho. Ah, Noel, no será erudita, pero pues, tiene bastantes conocimientos por el hecho de que Noel, exacto, es o sea, no es caballera honoraria, es ¿cómo se llama? Una maid, pues. Entonces es capaz de hacer muchas cosas. Ahora rompe el esquema, Ito. Aunque sea líder de un grupo rebelde en Inazuma, como que rompe el esquema. Pero vamos a ver qué onda con la historia de Ito. ¿Tu investigación?
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin?
Iguro, bueno,
The essence of life?
es un líder militar, comandante
You
para ser
wanna start
casi,
with
entonces
that?
pues tiene sentido.
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain. For example, awakening life, breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
El ship de Ito y Cuyo Sara me gusta igual. Ah, sí. Súper intenso. Luego hay, ya ves que están estas personas súper tóxicas que dicen no, que quieren que Cuyo, o sea, hacen el ship típico de Cuyo Sara con la Shogun. Pero no. Es mejor el de Ito con Cuyo Sara más porque se están peleando entre sí. O sea, Cuyo Sara porque tiene que seguir pues su trabajo de casi como que de policía de Inazuma. E Ito es como rebelde, me ganaste. Un día te voy a ganar, ¿sabes? Es como está muy buena. La alquimia es maravillosa.
However, I have a particular seed in my possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world, helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
La admiración de
beg to
Ito por
differ.
Sara, en efecto.
I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you, I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
Entonces soy un objeto de estudio.
Shall we just get out of here? This sounds a little freaky.
¿Y hay algún
It's
peligro?
possible. but I will do everything in my control to ensure your safety. Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going.
Ay, ups. Rosalia, ¿qué no estabas cansada del tema?
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess. I wonder, does this constitute a risk to Mondstadt?
Los arcontes los crían y ellos se juntan. En lugar de Dios los crea y se juntan. Oye, muy buena transformación. ¿Pa' allá? Pues pa' allá, dice. Espérate. Tengo frío. No. Aquí. Cito entonces no está fuerte ya que le ganó Sara y la Sara señora derrota fácil a Sara. Exacto. Bueno, quién sabe, es un conjunto de cosas, porque ya ves que, o sea, según dicen, de que, es que es muy débil y todo, pero es que, a ver, toma en cuenta también la situación de Sara. Ya estaba cansada por todo lo que estuvo atacando para ir a, justo al, ¿cómo se llama? Al cuartel Cuyo. Y, o sea, a cuánta gente, derrotó, más a su jefe. Luego, pues ese sentimiento de estar, de ser traicionada por su propia, pues, grupo, quieras o no, también eso hizo que fuera un poco más débil versus señora. No sé, digo yo. ¿Han hablado de buenos builds de Cuyosara? Creo que no, ¿o sí? O sea, ¿sí la usan para el competitivo? ¿Qué? No me apagaste la fogata. Me falta de más asuste. Máscaras. No es tan usada, pero es buen personaje. Es un tipo Bennett, pero no tan roto. Potencia el daño. Interesante.
I don't know, but I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint. Using alchemy to awaken otherworldly life into that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible. Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain. But what's the seed gonna become?
Arman con emblema. Casi usa el emblema para todo. Y ya desde que salió, ¿no?
Well,
Dice, nada.
if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Yay! Paimon's holding you to it.
¿Sabes cómo convencer a Paimon?
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child.
Clee.
Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person, how you're able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to ascertain. I've got a few questions in that regard. Firstly, do you have any extra organs? A second heart? A fourth stomach? Things of that nature.
Como le dijimos justo que somos de otro mundo, ¿eres como un extraterrestre? No.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
Eso sí, es como que bastante curiosidad. ¿Qué caray es Paimon?
It's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ.
Un órgano
Perhaps there is
externo.
some invisible force connecting you.
Conocí a Paimon de mis viajes. Pequeño Paimon con una caña de
Oh.
pescar.
That rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you?
No.
But that would
O
mean
tal
that
vez sí,
Paimon's
quién
elemental
sabe.
power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems
¿Cuánto
that
me
only
tardé? Casi
experimentation
una
will yield the
temporada.
answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Que ya ves que los artefactos para
Direct and clear
justo
observation are
levelear
imperative to a good experiment.
en la lanza,
This is just a
nada más
simple
era por
exercise.
eventos.
Naturally, if you require a greater
Pues esos
challenge,
eventos nada más salieron en
we could
la
bring in 6
versión
Oceanids.
2.0 creo que fue.
Slimes. Slimes are fine.
O 2.1. So, yeah. Entiendo muy bien, suena un poco engorroso.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Don't get too close.
Illusion shattered. Rain outlines your.
Here's backup.
Now you shall perish.
Ah, la combinación con toma también es buenísima.
Fire it up.
No, my sword.
Don't get too close.
Rain outlines your fate.
Great
Sacando la
work.
lanza para dar una flojera
Did you feel
pescar.
anything out of the ordinary? If you're injured, I have a few emergency potions ready.
Solo tengo un poco de frío.
Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
¿Algún torbellino en mi estómago?
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
And in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not to worry.
Eso es muy reconfortante.
Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
Es como una revisión médica.
Yes, that's an excellent way to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst. We'll need to find it. It's a type of ore known as star silver, but unfortunately not all of it is suitable. I'll take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining. Let's keep our eyes open.
Ok. Camina y busca catalizador de argento estelar.
Check this out.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Bien.
There is no escape!
What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
Agüita, agüita. Agua espita.
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here.
¿Por qué tiene esa marca en el cuello?
My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
I wouldn't call them results, inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps. I think the most rational
Esos
direction
son
would be
cálculos.
to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes.
Pum, 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 pum. Ay, así. Puedes tirar. Bien. Eso es lo más racional.
Consider. You don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements.
Maravilloso, me
Following
acaban de
this line
llamar
of
slime.
thought, I'm sure we'll be able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a wildflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that she did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world. Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Sinceramente me sorprende cómo, o sea, toman tan a la ligera, ¿sabes? Es una visitante de otro mundo, you know? So, es posible estas cosas, es como... No se empiezan a preocupar de que puede haber más visitantes en mi mundo que los vayan a, you know, invadir, algo así, ¿no? ¿Tienen visitantes de otro mundo muy seguido? ¿O qué caray?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time.
El lore me da
Speaking of
curiosidad
data,
cómo
to
llega alguien de
complete
otro
our
mundo.
research,
Exacto.
we'll need some more. I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being.
Solo
If
quién
you're
sabe
keen for
cómo
an
llegó.
update,
Exacto.
just come and find me.
O sea, parece que es
Great.
muy
I'll leave
común
you to
que
it.
haya gente que viene de otros mundos.
Looks like the potion's ready. I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink. Remember to keep calm at all times, and breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
Ya se puede beber. Clara, tú nada más le diste un sorbito y yo me voy a echar todo el embrollo. Dale. Imagino que está aquí, ¿no? ¿No? Aquí. Usar. Me está quemando, creo.
You've got a funny look on your face.
¿Viste esto?
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What's happened to her?
Oh, this was the result I was expecting. And a very positive one at that. This
Positivo.
potion channels elemental power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drank some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
Para sentir empate con tu sujeto de prueba.
But of course, you're my assistant. By all sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you. In conclusion, I'd say we have our conclusion. As far as elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again, better an ordinary result than a peculiar result. Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety.
Parece como si te estuviera refiriendo a algo en
The
concreto.
good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another.
Claro, él es
When you're
diferente, te
sick,
tratan
a
diferente.
doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience because you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyroregisvine or an eye of the storm. Have I explained it clearly enough? To sum up, this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear. Timaeus, the results of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh, you gave me a lot to consider. Really stretched my limits. I'm thinking a lot clearer now. Having you down as an animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that
Piedra
was...
elemental.
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up. What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Casual.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment. If you're interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Ok. Misión completada.